Welcome back to Store University. I'm Chris Volk, CEO of Store Capital, and this is the final lesson of our 10-course series designed to help you evaluate and get the most out of your business. We began our 10 lessons in an unusual way, which was to dive right into the complex topic of how to value a business. And since then, we've explored how shareholder wealth is created, as well as some of the broad operational and financial levers that leadership has to effectively operate and grow a business in order to create added wealth. With our final introductory lesson, we'll come full circle to touch on business valuation and to think about how to structure a company that you want to build. Now, this is not going to be a dive into corporate personnel organization. In keeping with the theme of prior Store University lessons, we're going to be focusing on the quantifiable actions that you can take as an entrepreneur or business leader to grow the business so that your stakeholders can benefit and you can get rich. This win-win outcome is the gold standard for anyone looking to build their business. In our first lesson, in which we explored how companies are valued, we first determined how much other people's money, or OPM, could be used to purchase a business. Then we valued the cash flows remaining after paying for the OPM. Those remaining cash flows go to the shareholders of the company and are paid for with their contributions, which is referred to as shareholder equity. I refer to this equity simply as your own money, or YOM. But here's the problem, and I referred to this in our very first lesson. You likely don't have enough YOM to make the purchase. Same if you're starting a new company from scratch, and the fact is that most business leaders start their lives off with little to no YOM at all. Now, there's a saying that it takes money to make money, which suggests that the only way that you can get ahead is to scrimp and save, maybe for years, before trying your hand at building a business with a commitment of your life savings. This is not true. While it is true that it takes money to make money, it does not have to be your money. So let's make a clear illustration of what I'm talking about. You want to buy or build a business. You have a vision, you have talent, you have a small team of people who can help you realize this vision, but you have very little money. So what do? Well, the first thing is to try to figure out how much equity or YOM you need. The tools shown in Store University Lesson 1 can help here. And it's important to remember that shareholder cash flows are shown after paying for all the expenses and OPM payments to run the business, which should include reasonable salaries for you and your team. No one should be expected to work for free. Next, think about how much of that equity you and your co-founders can personally deliver. It may not be that much, but any amount helps, so long as that amount is consequential to you. Your commitment, however small, will encourage others to make a commitment to you. Often the commitment is simply a willingness to work for a fraction of your market wage. Now, you have to figure out how to raise the rest of the equity you need to buy or start a company. And you're going to be likely starting at the usual prospects. If you're buying a company, you'll first look at the seller to retain an interest, or take back a promissory note for the equity. To make your OPM providers happy, you're going to have the seller subordinate the note, which is to say, put in writing that the note's not payable at all unless some or all of the other OPM obligations have been paid. Your next set of usual prospects for the equity you need will be close personal friends or family members. Once you've run through this short list, you may prefer to cast a wider net. You may engage a financial advisor to help you raise the capital you require. Now, whether you're seeking capital from a seller of a business, co-founders, friends, or a financial advisor, you should take time to prepare a concise presentation and business projection detailing the opportunity, the strength of the business model, and the talent of the staff that will execute that business model. When it comes to evaluating the business model, prior Store University lessons can be helpful. Raising equity capital, as with much success in business, involves a very strong sales effort. So, get ready with your Excel financial model and hone those PowerPoint skills. You're on a mission to raise some equity capital. But what are the terms under which you want to raise your equity capital? As always, we have some thoughts which you're going to see in our next chapter. Until then, I'm Chris Volk, thanking you for joining me on this value creation journey.